Mahaprabhu ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. Welcome all to this wonderful Saturday evening program. So we are on the process, on the way, on the journey towards celebrating Gaura Purnima. Gaura Mahaprabhu ki jai. So welcome all. So from today onwards, we're going to start with sharing one of the wonderful nectarian pastimes, wonderful leelas, for specifically focusing on Gauranga Mahaprabhu's leelas. So today I will just focus on one particular section from the Balya Leela. Okay. So that is what I can cover by another 1 hour. Okay. So, but before that, I just thought it is necessary that we set the context. Most of you would have heard about Chaitanya Charitamrita. Most of you would have heard about various Mahaprabhu's Leela. But it is also very important that we set the mood, we set the understanding by which how do we take up this Gaura Purnima. Okay, so I just thought I would do that particular context in which we'll be able to take it up more enthusiastically, more nicely serving this particular festival. Okay. So before that, Gaura Katha, if you see from a philosophical understanding or from how does Shastric references refer from Gaura Katha. So initially, even before Chaitanya Charitamrita was compiled by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, Chaitanya Bhagavatam is one of the major books that is our Gaudiya Sampradaya has got, written by Vrindavan Das Thakur. Okay. So these are some of the books that I've just listed down there. So Chaitanya Charitamrita is kind of last one that we got. So before that itself, Chaitanya Bhagavatam was written very elaborately, very detailed, same like Chaitanya Charitamrita, that is also got Adi Leela, Madhya Leela, and Antya Leela. Okay, so like same similar concept. But how do we identify difference between Chaitanya Charitamrita and Chaitanya Bhagavatam? Chaitanya Bhagavatam focuses specifically on some of the wonderful, nice pastimes of Mahaprabhu and focusing 70% of Nityananda. So if you want to learn about what are all the various pastimes of Nityananda Prabhu, then if you go a little deeper into Chaitanya Bhagavatam, then you will get it. Similarly, some of Mahaprabhu's pastimes, some of the specific pastimes that happened in Nadia district, some of the pastimes that happened specifically before sannyas, and some of the pastimes that happened in Varanasi. There are some specific pastimes that is not part of the Chaitanya Charitamrita. So how does Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in his initial introduction prayers, he makes it very clear that Chaitanya Charitamrita is not going to talk about or bring about the leelas that is already told by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So it is kind of a compliment. He's glorifying Vrindavan Das Thakur, and he's mentioning that I'm not going to go into the details of whatever Vrindavan Das Thakur has already mentioned. So I'm going to add some more of the context, some more of the leelas that I'm able to get. Okay, so that is what we need to identify. But before that, there were other small stories or collection of stories by Lochan Das Thakur. That's called as Chaitanya Mangala. And then Kavi Karnapura, he wrote another same name, Chaitanya Charitamrita Mahakavya. Okay, same thing, but with a little more of kind of a poetry way, talking about Mahaprabhu's pastimes in a very poetic way, not going into the philosophical understanding. So each of the book has got its own way of representation, more of presenting how the Leela and more of philosophical understanding. For example, Chaitanya Charitamrita in one way is kind of a very highly philosophical book. Okay, Jayapal Maharaj will say, you have Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam is like undergraduation, post-graduation, PhD is Chaitanya Charitamrita. So if somebody is able to understand 5th chapter of the Adi Leela, it's like talking about Panchatattva. It has got around 300 slokas. Okay, if you are able to finish the 300 slokas within 1 year, that itself is a bigger achievement. Okay? It's talking about entirely about Panchatattva, going deep into it. So it requires a lot of patience for us, and as well as enthusiasm. But most importantly, it gives us that bliss when you continuously read the slokas, continuously understand Prabhupada's purport. The line will be only 2 lines. I'm just giving you an example. So some of the purports within that first few chapters will run to pages, and Prabhupada brings out purports from references from Bhagavatam, references from so many other literatures also. But it's very so it is very important that we glorify Chaitanya Charitamrita, we glorify Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami even before entering into Gaura Katha. Okay, so it is very important. And Krishna Chaitanya Charitam, it is Murari Gupta. Okay, so it is very important we understand 2 great personalities. One is Murari Gupta, other one is Raghunath Das Goswami. So when Krishna Goswami was sitting, when he had the dream or when he had the blessings of Nityananda Prabhu, that go start writing at the very old age, like around 80, 90 years, he had two great personalities. One is Nityananda Prabhu and Raghunath Das Goswami. Raghunath Das Goswami was sitting in, was kind of stationed in Radhakund, and then he said, "Okay, you go and write." So what was his source of script? Is one from Murari Gupta. So Murari Gupta, what does he do? He writes small notes. It's called Murari Gupta diaries, small diaries. So right from Mahaprabhu's childhood pastimes, Murari Gupta will write small notes here and there, because he is from a Vaidya family. He is from a kind of a doctor, Ayurveda doctor family. He had that habit of writing small notes. So whatever small pastimes happened here and there, he started writing it down. So how do we see Mahaprabhu's pastimes of 48 years is equally divided: 24 years before sannyas and 24 years after sannyas. Okay. So after sannyas, he took the sannyas at the age of 24, and after that another 6 years dedicated for South India Yatra. South India Yatra, which means at around 25 years, he went for a big yatra for 6 years, and he came back around 30 to 33 years. Okay. So within the South India Yatra, you can include the Vrindavan Yatra also. So when you say before Mahaprabhu's sannyasa is one big pastime group, and then after sannyas is one group. Within that, Vrindavan Yatra and South India Yatra is one group, and then finally, last 12 years, he didn't go out of Gambhira. When he say Gambhira in Puri, so he'll always go to Jagannath temple, then he'll be in Gambhira. So that is also very important. That requires a lot of more specific reading. So that is how the entire Chaitanya Charitamrita or Mahaprabhu's Leela is classified. Okay. So it is required for us to understand. How do we understand? For example, when you compare this between Krishna's Leela, we can always say Krishna was born in Mathura. He was there in Gokul for some time. Then he moved to Nandakam, and then after 12 years, 14 years, he moved to Mathura. Mathura, he was there for some time, and then totally into Dwarka. So that is how we divide, we see, like, from Dwarka, then he came to Hastinapur and all those pastimes. So the entire Krishna book of 90 stories, if you divide, that is how it is divided. So it is very important that we see how do we understand all these principles. Okay, so that is what I just wanted to bring. So Murari Gupta is very important personality. So when we learn about Mahaprabhu's small, because Murari Gupta was kind of childhood friend along with Mahaprabhu, they are classmates. So they used to study grammar in the same place. So that is also one reason. And after that, Raghunath Das Goswami is also a great source of inspiration for Krishna Goswami. So every time when Krishna Goswami wanted to understand a particular Leela, wanted to understand what is it about Mahaprabhu mentioning, then he will approach Raghunath Das Goswami, and Raghunath Das Goswami will guide him. Okay, this is what it is. Please go ahead and do it. So both of them are this one. Okay, so this is the context setting now for us. Okay, and we all know this, right? When I show this picture, you immediately will understand the understanding by how or what is the reason behind Mahaprabhu's avatar. So one of the major, there are many reasons. We will not go into that philosophical understanding. One of the major reasons is because of who? Haridas Thakur. He inherently prayed like anything, because Kali Yuga is coming, and then Kali Yuga has already started. So much of calamity, so many of things are happening. Only Mahaprabhu, only Krishna can. So he started praying to Tulsi, Saligram with Tulsi, and then Mahaprabhu. Advaita Acharya. Yes, sorry. So before going into the Leela, I want to just bring out, we want to thank very importantly and pray at the lotus feet of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So please set the mood. Next week, after next week, we are getting Gaurapuri. So very important, because we are going to Mayapur, because we are able to see wonderful Yoga Peeth, we are able to see Santura Mandir, we are able to see all the nice places. It is all because of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Okay, during his period in Puri, during his period in Mayapur, he made sure that every place in Mayapur is identified. All the 9 islands, wherever Mahaprabhu did pastimes, wherever Mahaprabhu went for the Sankirtan, he went to every place, every village, every island. Then he started finding out where and all Mahaprabhu did pastimes. For example, one pastime in which Mahaprabhu, along with this wonderful devotees, he will come one place, and all the Sankirtan people will become very tired. They'll become so tired that they'll become very thirsty. Summertime. Okay. So then one person will ask, Mahaprabhu, we need something to drink. then immediately Mahaprabhu will just manifest on mango tree, and that mango tree will immediately come, and then he'll get so much of nice ripe mangoes without seeds. Okay, without seeds mango. So just like that. So that is still there. I'm just telling you. So that place is still there. Who found it? Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Okay, so why we want to pray at the lotus feet? Because today when we go to any yatra, today when we go to see the all those places, it is because of their contribution, their seva, their thing that we are able to see. So it's very important that we pray at the lotus feet of all our sampradaya acharyas. Then only we will be able to get that mood. Right? Whenever we try to understand Krishna Leela, we say Krishna did this pastime, this Leela. The interpretation or the philosophical understanding will be brought only by our acharyas. Similarly, Gaura Katha also. Okay, so when we want to say one particular Leela about Gaura Katha, how do we understand? It is through Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, after Mahaprabhu pastimes, he wrote a very detailed book on Navadvip Mahatmyam. Okay, so in Navadvip Mahatmyam, he brings out every particular place, what did Mahaprabhu did, how that particular place is very important. So Navadvip Mahatmyam is also a very important book. And Bhakti Ratnakara is also a very nice book. Okay, there are two specific books, Bhakti Ratnakara and Gaura Ganopa Dishika, Deepika Dishika. Okay, very specific book. So Gaura Ganopa Dishika will talk about each of Mahaprabhu's Saka or associates, how are they related to Krishna in Krishna Leela. Okay, for example, we say Rupa Goswami is related to is who? Rupa Manjari. Right? So that book will give you a very detailed understanding about who's the what personality, and Gaura Katha is directly from Krishna. Okay? So that is, and then Bhakti Ratnakar also. Okay? So Bhakti Ratnakar also brings out very nice specific pastimes. Okay? So we all know. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, along with Jagannath Das Babaji, when he went there, when Jagannath Babaji was carried on a basket, when he went to that yoga pit, that particular spot, Jagannath Babaji just jumped out of that particular place and started saying, Eto Nimaika Janmabhumi. So till that moment, nobody knew where Mahaprabhu's birthplace is. So today, when we go next to Chandrodaya Mandir, we have yoga pit, and then we're able to take darshan. It's all because of Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Okay, so just to set the understanding, he was born on February 27, 1486 in Shida Mayapur, Navadvip, Nadia district. Okay, and then from an philosophical understanding, we all know Mahaprabhu is Krishna and Srimati Radharani in one form. Okay, so whatever Acharya specifically mentioned is the most Mahavadanyaya. Right, so the word when we say Mahavadanyaya, it means he is the most magnificent, and most merciful also. Right? So how does he bring that mercy? We'll come into the next few leelas, then we can understand. Okay. So these are some of the history. Quickly, I want to understand. His grandfather is called Upendra Mishra from Bangladesh. He was in Srihatta district, and his mother's side is Nilambara Chakravarti. So his father Jagannath Mishra. So Mahaprabhu's father Jagannath Mishra was a student of Nilambara Chakravarti. Okay, Nilambara Chakravarti at that particular period, he was a great astrologer. He was a Sanskrit scholar. So many of the Brahmana families, they will send their children to study under Nilambara Chakravarti. So Nilambara Chakravarti's student was Jagannath Mishra. So Jagannath Mishra, he was a very studious person. He was a topper of that particular batch. So then Nilambara Chakravarti thought, okay, he's a topper, then it is best for my daughter. So Nilambara Chakravarti's daughter is Sachimata. So then he decided, okay, then I'll get my daughter to marry to Jagannath Mishra. Okay, so that is how this particular thing comes. And after the marriage of Jagannath Mishra and Sachimata, they had continuously a lot of daughters. Okay, 7 to 8 daughters, and then they had one first son called Vishwarupa, and then Vishwambar. So suddenly somebody was asking, is there any significance of these 8 daughters? Is it related to Krishna Leelas of that 6? No. Okay. Don't ask me any philosophical understanding. I'm just telling you now itself. There is no Shastric reference. Okay. Somebody asked me after, Prabhuji, that 8 is like Anarthas, this Anartha. No. Okay. Nothing like that. Okay. So it is just the history. I'm just telling it. Okay. So since he was born under Neem tree, he's called as Nimai. Okay. So you can take darshan of Neem tree also. And this similar to Krishna Leela, again his Leela is divided into 4 major categories: Balya Leela, Pauganda Leela, Kaishore Leela, and Yoga Leela. So after 24 years, it is all Yovani Leela. Krishna, after moving to Mathura, is always Yovani Leela only. Right? So Krishna, when he did little pastimes in Golok, okay, Gokul, it was called as Balya Leela. After Gokul, in between Gokul and Nandagam, they were in Chattikara. There is a small place. Even if now, if you go to Mathura also, there's a small place called Chattikara. In Chattikara, Krishna, Nanda Maharaj's family lived for 1 year, and then they moved to Nandagam. So that is between Balya and Pauganda stage. So after moving to Nandagam, it is all Kaishora and then Yovana. Similarly, for Mahaprabhu Leela also, we have this categorization of Balya Leela, Pauganda Leela, Kaishora. So today we just focus only on some of the nice pastimes of Balya Leela. Okay. So this Jataka Samskara, like after 10 days, this Jataka Karma was performed by Neelamara Chakravarti himself. And then at that point of time, Sita Thakurani. Okay, Sita Thakurani is wife of Advaita Acharya. So she heard about the birth of Nimai, and then she was very happy, and she wanted to come and meet. Okay, so she came with a lot of wonderful gifts, and then the moment she saw Nimai, she just immediately realized that just by having darshan of Nimai, she just immediately remembered Krishna's birth. So again, Chaitanya Charitamrita is that particular portion very nicely mentioning about how she was praying, like she was very happy to have darshan of Nimai, and then she prayed at his lotus feet that whatever the avatar, the purpose of his avatar gets fulfilled, and then seeking blessings. Okay, she brought a lot of gifts also, and at that point of time itself, what is mentioned in Chaitanya Bhagavatam is a lot of other devatas, all the demigods also come. They shower flowers, they give a lot of, they take darshan and go. Okay, and one more point our Acharya is mentioning is he was born on a lunar eclipse. Okay, very nice. Why lunar eclipse also? Because that day everybody evening time they will go to the Ganges and take bath, and that is why when we celebrate Gaura Purnima, we do it in the evening time. Unlike midnight or morning time. So evening after sunset, you have the lunar eclipse period, the moon portion coming, and then so that is where the significant part of it. Okay, this is also very important. So when Neelambar Chakravarti saw Nimai's lotus feet, right? So the lotus feet has had all the wonderful specific thing. Okay, Lagu Pada Chinha Tahe Sobe Dvaja Vajra Shanka Chakra Meena. So specifically mentioning it there. So these are all the 32 specific marks, and also the feature, the bodily feature. So when somebody is saying I'm the avatar, you just have to can you show your face? Then we will know. Okay, so the specific markings were there. Okay, so the specific markings show that he is a Mahapurusha. So that is what Neelambara Chakravarti mentioned. And then why did he name him as Vishwambara is also mentioned, because he's saying in the future this child will protect and maintain all the world, the entire world. So it is not only protection and maintenance. So what kind of protection and maintenance is what we're going to see. What kind of protection? Because this entire world is full of all kind of anarthas, all kind of bad things. Only protection is what? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. There's no other go. There's no other go. There's no other go. Only protection is Harinam. Only protection that can be given is Harinam, and that is the best. So that is what Mahaprabhu is going to give us. Okay. And why? What is the major shastra or major weapon that Mahaprabhu has? Only two things. Only two things. This will be specifically mentioned in when he goes to South India Yatra, when he goes from Kurma Kshetra, when he starts from Orissa, when he goes to Andhra, he starts walking across all the villages. So that point of time, Goswami mentioned about two things. He didn't have anything. He will just keep on singing, and just by seeing him, just by having darshan of Mahaprabhu, he's above 6 feet and very wonderful, nice personality. Just by seeing him, everybody will become attracted, and they will just come, and Mahaprabhu will say Hare Krishna to them, and then they will all start. So he will just do alinganam. So he will just embrace them. That's all. The power potency from that Mahaprabhu will go to that person. He can be anybody. He can be a milicha. He can be. Mahaprabhu didn't bother about anybody. There's no pre-qualification. So whomsoever is coming, he will just do an alinganam, and that's all. The power potency of Mahaprabhu will go to that person, and that person will become mad with ecstasy, with Krishna Prema. He will go to his village and he will start doing Harinam Sankirtan. Okay, so that is because of all attractive feature of Mahaprabhu. He didn't have anything specifically, only these two specific points. Okay, so and that is also mentioned, like what are all his different bodily poses, like which particular portion is very big, which portion is very small, which portion. But I mean, I can just skip this portion. So before getting into the nice pastimes, please set the context of what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Janma Karma Chame Divyam, Yome Vedi Tektva Deha Punarjanma, Naiti Mam is also. So what does it mean? His Janma and Karma is Divyam. So when Mahaprabhu's Leela, whenever we try to hear, whenever we try to understand, it is Divyam. So when we meditate on that particular portion, what does Krishna gives us the benefit? Tektva Deha Punarjanma. So you will never come back again. So whenever you hear Krishna Katha, you will never come back. Whenever you hear Gaura Katha, you will never come back. Ready? Yes? Hare bol. Let's get into that. So in Balya Leela, even before Balya Leela, Krishna Goma is mentioning it as Balya Leelam Manoharam Laulikam. Okay. So the word Manoharam is using. Okay. Vande Chaitanya Krishnasya Balya Leelam Manoharam. Okay. Laulikam Abitam Visha Chetasya Vadita. Okay. The like, second part you can leave it. But very specifically he is mentioning as Balya Leelam Manoharam. What is Manoharam? In Bhagavatam, throughout Bhagavatam, all Krishna Leelas, all the pastimes, whenever it is getting nicely mentioned, that essence, that beauty, that wonderful nectar, Sukadeva Goswami will use this word Manoharam. It is used in many places. Okay. So Manoharam means very nectarian, very wonderful. For what? To our ears, not for any other aspect. Just close your eyes, hear about it. It'll be fulfilled. Okay. So it is called as Manoharam. So Mahaprabhu's Balya Leela is Manoharam. Okay. All Leelas are Manoharam, but specifically he is mentioned here. The very first Leela is called as first preaching Leela. Okay. Grande Nara Chale Bhalila Hari Nama Nari Sabha Hari Bole Hasa Gaura Dhama. What does he do? He does the first preaching. How does he do? He starts crying and then making laugh. Okay. So how does he do? Suddenly one afternoon he will just see everybody are peacefully working, all the Matajis are working, everybody are working. Suddenly afternoon he will just start crying. Suddenly he start crying. Then everybody will find out why is he crying? Why is he crying? Okay. So in Krishna Leela, all the gopis somehow or the other they will try to find some reason to come and see Krishna. Okay, they'll say, hey, I don't have milk powder, I don't have sugar powder. Let me go and check with Yashoda Mata. So they'll just come. Okay, where is Krishna? What is he doing? Like that. Right? Similarly, in Navadip also, in Europe it also, what will happen is they will just see somehow or other we should get a chance to go and meet Gaura, Nimai. Okay. So what they will do, they'll just wait and then immediately when he starts crying, everybody, hey, he's crying. Why is he crying? Why are you not taking care of him? So everybody will come. And Nimai will never stop crying. So in this pastime is very specifically mentioned, he will continuously cry. So everybody will try their own ways of showing all kind of toys. Somebody will take him like this, somebody will do like this, but nobody will be able to stop him. Okay. But at one point of time, one particular Mataji, one particular lady, he'll say, Hari! Can you all say Hari? Hari! 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 So one will say, Hari! Then immediately Nimai will just turn his face like this and then start laughing at that particular person only. See, he's laughing at that. Hey, what did you say? Oh, I just said Hari. Okay, I will also say Hari. Then immediately other person also will say Hari. That's all. Then Mahaprabhu Nimai will just turn at the face and say Hari. Then he will also start laughing. Okay. So what does he do? He's making you to say Hari. He started his first preaching by crying. Okay. Crying in the sense crying for Krishna, crying for Hari. So somehow or other he made them to start chanting the holy name right from his very young age. Okay. So this is the first preaching. So it is like Nari Sabha Hari Bole. Okay. Nari means all the ladies, they started saying Hari Hari. Okay. So what does it happen? Hase Gauradama. The entire Gauradama became very happy. Okay. So just by when the ladies started saying Hari Hari, the entire Gauradama became happy. Okay. So this is the first one that I just thought. Okay. So nowadays when we say Hari, Hari Bol, Right? So the Hari Bol has got a lot of other meanings. My wife, whenever she says something, Hari Bol, then I understand. And sometimes when I'm doing something else, Hari Bol, then I know I have to go there. So the word Hari Bol now has got all contextual meanings. Right? Wherever we want, we can utilize. Okay? But still, it has got its potency. So whenever somebody say Hari Bol, yes. Okay, this is again another very nice little pastime. This is not specifically mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita, but very elaborately mentioned in Chaitanya Bhagavatam. So one day what happens? So he started crawling. So Nimai started crawling. He just goes here and there, and then suddenly at one particular place, a very large, big size black cobra or snake, whatever you want to convey, it starts coming there, and then it starts going very, very close to Nimai. So Nimai also he's thinking, he just thinks another toy, he starts playing with it. Okay. And in one class Maharaj was mentioning. So this snake started wood like this. Okay. And the Nimai also started doing like this. And both of them were doing like this for some time. And all the ladies and everybody started panicking. What happened? What happened? Big snake, and the two there, and then it started, and then he just casually took it. He just had it. He was just playing. It was rolling around with him, and everybody got scared. Okay? And then one old person he came, Garuda, 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 and suddenly, and then everybody saying, why he's calling Garuda? One person was thinking, another person saying, oh, let's do Narsimha Kavacha, let's do Raksha Kavacha. Okay, they will start doing Kavacha mantras. Typically, whenever there are some calamities, they will start praying Kavacham. Okay? And then one person very coolly came and said, don't worry, it is our Jati Sarpa. Don't worry, nothing will happen. Okay, sometimes in our family, something will happen. One person will be shouting, one person will say, don't worry, nothing will happen. Don't worry, nothing will happen. So this person came and said, nothing will happen. And then Sachipata was like, why are you saying nothing will happen? Oh, it is our Jati Sarpa. So what is meant by Jati Sarpa is sometimes in villages, there will be in their family, there will be one dog, there will be one cow, there will be one, one cat. Similarly, there will be one snake also. Like our Mr. Kailash. You know the Kailash story, right? So in their household, there will be one snake, always will be there. Somewhere or other, it will be just roaming. So the family person will say, don't kill the snake. Let it be there. So this person was saying, oh, it is our Jati Sarpa. Nothing will happen. See, it will go away. So he was very confident. Okay, but another person, the old person, he was calling Garuda. So sometimes when Garuda comes, when eagle comes, the snake will go away, right? So everybody were kind of panicking. Okay, so but philosophically there are two specific understandings given by our acharyas. Okay, so one is Ananda Sisha or Nityananda Prabhu, or we can say Balram, whomsoever. So he just comes, he just takes darshan, and then Mahaprabhu is saying, okay, you need to be with me, please come back. So Mahaprabhu, so before 12 years before Mahaprabhu's advent, Nityananda Prabhu is already born, already from which place? Ekachakra, then he's already gone for yatra. He's already gone for yatra. Okay, so he wanted to indicate that Mahaprabhu wanted to indicate that I've already come. Okay, so let's unite for starting the Sankirtan movement. So this is one way of understanding. The other understanding is anyone who hears this particular nice pastime, this particular thing with respect, they are bitten by this. He's calling us, the snake of samsara saga, like samsara. Okay, so whomsoever is listening to this pastime, they should be able to come out of this kind of family oriented or family affection part and then focusing on devotional service. Okay, this is a very philosophical understanding, but let's not get into that why, how, and how. Okay, we just relish Gaura Katha. That's all. Okay. Can you go to the next one? This pastime is also very nice pastime. Okay. This pastime this Leela has got so much of variety, so much of understanding, so much of philosophical lessons learned that we can take. Okay. So one day this Atiti Viprera Anna Kaila Tina Bhara Pache Gupte Se Vipre Karila Nishtara. One line only, but within that one line we have a big story. Okay, so Atiti Viprera. So this Brahmana, one day he came, Atiti, as a guest, he came to Jagannath Mishra's house. And then, as a Atiti, when they come, they are supposed to be treated very nicely. So Jagannath Mishra says, you can stay here for some time and for some days, and then you can be our guest. But this Vipra person, he's giving a one specific condition. I have my Gopal deity, small Krishna deity, Vishnu deity. It's a Vishnu deity. So I have to do my cooking. My sadhana is I will myself will cook. I will offer it to the Lord. Then only I will take. So this particular day, so then Sachimata cleans the kitchen and then tells that Vipra, that Brahmana, please you go and cook. So morning, after his morning sadhana, he starts cooking. Around 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock, he finishes cooking. He comes, he starts offering to his deity, Gopal deity. Some say Gopal deity, some say Vishnu deity, but that's okay. I mean, whatever be the deity, this one. So he starts praying. So what happens when he starts praying so inherently that please come and take? Who comes there suddenly? Nimai comes. So he closes his eyes and say, Namo Brahmane Devaya Go Brahmane Devaya. Namo. Suddenly Nimai is taking. Arey, what is this? What are you doing? No, no. Then he was kind of very sad and shocked. Then immediately first Sachimata comes and says, very sorry, my son did this. Please forgive. Then I have to cook again. So what does he do? Before cooking again, you have to go and take bath again. So he goes to Ganga, he takes bath, and then he comes back, he does the cooking, and then again he offers. This time again more reverently. Please, Krishna, please come and take. So more prayer, definitely Nimai will definitely come. So close his eyes. Then the third time, then this happens second time. Right? So the third time, what Jagannath Mishra will do, this is already 12 o'clock over. Okay. So this Brahmana is getting hungry also. So what is it? Two times over. Then Jagannath Mishra says, okay, I'll lock him indoors. There are specific pastime. One somebody will say they locked him in one door. Some say they took him to another place itself. So whatever be it. Third time also, what does it do? When he starts praying so nicely, again, somehow other Nimai comes. Okay, so he comes and then he just takes the prasad, that bhoga, and then starts eating. Okay, it is already about 3, 4 o'clock. Okay. So some say it is three times, some say four times, but it's okay. The entire story is about finally this Vipra, this Brahmana will realize something is really wrong, and then he starts praying. So when he starts praying, at that moment, Nimai shows his real face, and then he says, "Oh, Brahmana, you are not able to realize me. You are only calling me. You are calling me. That is why I'm coming." He said, "No, I'm not calling you. Hey, you are only calling me." So the conversation goes, and then finally he realizes it. Oh yes, whenever I call Krishna, whenever I call my Vishnu Murti, who's there? Nima is there. And definitely, Nima is none other than Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he realized that and he prays at his lotus feet for seeking forgiveness. Then Nimai gives him conditions. He tells him one particular very specific point. See, whatever you have done, whatever you see, forget it now. Okay, don't reveal this because my purpose, my avatar, the purpose of my avatar is completely different. So please, so I'm giving you my complete blessings. You can just carry on. This is the story part, but within the story part, there are specific nice philosophical lessons also we have to learn. What are the lessons learned? We always have to take bath nicely. We have to offer to Krishna. After that only we'll have to take. Whatever happens, we have to do that only. So there are and Atiti Vipra, whomsoever comes to our house, we have to treat them very nicely. So these are all some of the lessons learned from this particular katha. Okay, Mahaprabhu ki. Yeah. This is also शोरेला न घेले प्रभु के बाहिरा पाया तारा स्कंदे चादी आइला तारे भुलाया. So this is again very nice small pastime. One day, two thieves, they just come. They see Mahaprabhu Nimai just playing around in the front portico or courtyard or wherever, and they see very beautiful person, beautiful personality. Has got nice ornaments. Okay, let us take him, let us steal him. Then we can we can go to some place, then remove his ornaments and then leave him. Okay, this is so the word chor. Okay, chor we all know. Okay, the second line is very important. Tar is kande. Okay, so skanda means multiple meanings, but in Sanskrit, skanda means this shoulder, very big shoulders, very big shoulders. So what does they do? They just get attracted to him. They just take him. They just keep him on his shoulders, on their shoulders, and started running. Right? When they started running, many transformations happened within their heart, okay, within their mind also. They were supposed to go out of the village. So whenever they tried to go out of the village, so they went to one gully, one street, other street, finally they came back to where? The same place. Again, this for this also Acharyas give a lot of wonderful philosophical lessons. When you are with Krishna, when you are fully absorbed in Krishna, whenever you are having Krishna in your heart, whenever you are holding Krishna, everything will happen. All the transformations will automatically happen. You will never get into any kind of bad activities or bad things. So he gave this benediction, he gave this wonderful mercy, wonderful karuna to these two thieves. So they keep on trying. They just run from one particular place to another place. This here and there. They try to go out of that particular place. They try to come back. They always reach back to the same Nimai's house itself. Right. So this one. Okay. So this is also one pastime where we can see Mahaprabhu's mercy giving it out to everybody. So if you see these pastimes, first is what all the ladies, all the matajis of this one. Then this Vipra, then this thieves. So right from his childhood pastimes, he has got variety of deliverances, variety of mercy flowing across multiple types of personalities. Okay. So in one story, when one of the Maharaj was mentioning, when somebody takes small child on their shoulders, the child will be very happily sitting on the shoulders. If you notice, and we also will be very happy to carry them on the shoulders, right? So this thief, when they were trying to, at one point of the time, their heart, when the heart got transferred, is they were about to take the jewels, but at some point of time, they were very happily carrying him. Okay, so that excitement portion went away, and they were very happily carrying him. Okay. So first time they were focusing on taking the things. Second time somehow that they want to go out. But third time that particular thief whomsoever was carrying, he was very happily carrying. He forgot about stealing. He forgot about everything. He was just happy, just carrying him on the shoulder. That's all. Which means the transformation happened automatically. Okay. Gaura Mahaprabhu ki. Yeah. Thank you. Let's go. Okay, this is all. This pastime is also very specific pastime. So one day, what happens? Nimai started crying again. Again, started crying. Very well away crying, and nobody knew why he is crying. So then Jagannath Mishra called, "Why are you crying? Why are you crying? I want Ekadashi Prashad." Okay. Where it is? Where is it? Oh, there is a very far away place. There is one place in which there are two personalities. Okay, it's called Jagadisha and Hiranya. Okay, the sloka is also named Vyadi Chale Jagadisha Hiranya Sadhane Vishnu Naivedhya Kaila Ekadasi Dine. Okay, so Vyadi Chale, I have a very stomach pain. Okay, he started crying as though he's having a stomach pain. So he's praying like, I mean, he's crying like anything, and then everybody will like again guiding him, why, what happened, what happened. So somebody will trying, oh, he has got stomach upset. Somebody was saying, no, no, he's got this problem, that problem. But then Mahaprabhu will, Nimai will say, no, there is a very far away place in which two persons are offering on that particular Ekadashi day. Two persons are offering Naivedyam to Vishnu. I want that only. Then the general, I don't know where they are. I don't know where they are. Whom, what? No, no, no. You just go and find out. You will be able to. So then what happens? This Jagannath Mishra takes Nimai in his hand, and then he just starts walking away from his homes to a little far away place. What is happening there in that Hiranya and Jagadisha is they were about to offer the Naivedyam to the Bhoga to Mahavishnu. Okay, so they were praying. So we are continuously offering this prasad, this Bhoga to you on this particular Ekadasi day. So we are just praying at the lotus feet, and then they were praying. So suddenly they heard a knock at their door. Okay. Then when they opened, Jagannath Mishra was there and the small boy was there. And they were kind of very happy, like, somebody has come to their house, and then they were about to offer the boga. So even before taking prashadam, if somebody is coming and then when they offer the Ekadashi prashadam to an aditi, that is more glorified. So if you want, if at all you want to invite devotees, invite them on Ekadashi day. Because that is the auspicious day, and also on that day if you fast and then give offerings to Lord and then to the Vaishnavas, that is much more. Somebody will generally say Ekadasi day, leave it. Any other day it's okay, but Ekadasi day is the best day. Okay, So these two Vaishnavas were very happy when they saw Nimai and Jagannath Mishra. So Jagannath Mishra will like he was like kind of, I don't know how to ask, but I will ask. My son wants to have your food. You imagine suddenly nobody new person, he doesn't know, he just goes there and my son. So immediately, when they will just took the plate, Nimai will just jump to that particular plate and then start eating. Okay, so these two Hiranya and Jagdish also they'll be kind of very happy. Okay? And again, this is again a very specific pastime giving deliverance to these two personalities. Okay? And who are they? Actually, this Jagadisha he's in Krishna Lila. He's called as Chandrahasa. He's a great dancer. Okay, and Hiranya is also one of the kind of thieves. Okay, and maybe later on when we go to that particular pastime, I'll tell you about that. Who's that Hiranya? Okay, Mahaprabhu ki Jai. Okay, can you go to the next Lila? Okay, after this, there will be a small quiz. I'm going to ask you which Leela what did. Okay, ready? Okay. So after that, again, after some years, he started walking. Walking means running only, right? So children, when they start crawling, is one age. After walking, it is only running, right? So that is this age. Okay, the end of the Bali Leela. Okay, why I'm telling is end of Balya Leela, and then when the Kaishora and then Leela started, he became very serious. After he went to the school, all these pastimes become very serious. After he started studying under Gangadhar Pandit under the grammar school, he became very serious. Matlab, he started reciting Bhagavad Gita back and forth. Then the parents became very afraid. What happened? Okay, sometimes at some point of the time, the children will be very naughty, and then suddenly, if they become very serious, the parents will become very, hey, what happened? So same thing happened. Okay? But before that, these are very hasya pastimes. So what does Nimai will do is whenever just opposite of their house itself, Ganga, right? Ganges going. So he will just go along with his friends. He will never come out. So Sachimata will come and similar to Krishna Lila, right? When Krishna goes out with his gopas in Yamuna, he will never come out, right? Yashoda will keep on calling, please come, please come. Same way, Nimai also will just go to the Ganga, and then he will just start playing with them. So they'll continuously play with them, and then he will never come back. At the same time, what he will do is this near that particular village, when there are small girls, they will do this Ganga Puja, they will do this Durga Puja. Okay. So what they will do is similar to gopis there. These girls also will come and do the before taking bath or after taking bath, they will just do their offerings. So in this particular Gaura Leela, Nimai's main role is to steal their food. Okay. So what will happen is they will keep their naivedyam, they'll keep their boga offering there, and then they will just go and then take bath and then they come. So by the time they come back, what will happen? Nimai will be just simply eating them. He will just come. And then all these small girls will say, hey, why did you take this? This is for our Ganga Mata. This is for our Durga Mata. Then Nimai will say, you know who's Ganga? You know who's Ganga? She's my servant. You know who's Durga? She's my servant. I'm only taking it. I'm the boss. You are the boss. Okay, then immediately they'll take one stick and they'll start chasing him. Okay, so this is again in a way where he just wants to demonstrate the love and affection. He wants to bring the deliverance to them. So he will simply say, "Oh, this is Durga Mata. Oh, she is my servant." Okay. Then there are one very nice pastime. So similar to Krishna Lila, what does Nimai will do is he will go to others' house. Okay. So when the place is very neat, clean, he will just see, oh, very nice, clean. He will pass stool or urine control. Okay, the one got thing. Other thing is when he sees any small babies sleeping or doing, he will just come there. He'll just make a pinch. This everybody will do. I don't know, right? He'll just come and pinch their stomach or pinch their ears. He'll just run away. Or sometimes he'll see whatever there. He'll just take a little bit of water, pour water into their ears, and then run away. So these kinds of small pastimes. So then what happens? Similar to Gopi's complaint, all the other Matajis from the neighborhood, they'll come and complain to whom? Sachi Mata. Sachi Mata at some point of time she'll be listening. Okay. And then fighting also will happen. He's a great fighter. Okay. So he will just go fight. So there are specific Kamla Kanta, Murari Gupta. So he's close classmates. So right from their childhood, they are together. So he'll have a lot of fighting. Okay, so there'll be a lot of fighting, and then one boy will come and complain. Mata, he hit me, and then so at one point of time, Sachi Mata will become every time I'm getting complaint. Okay, I have to. So what she will try to do, she'll try to pass him, she'll try to tell him do this, that, all. But one day, what she will do, no. So when one day when the complaint came, she will become kind of very morose, and she'll just simply faint. So Satyamata will become faint, and then all the ladies will come together and see, hey, what happened? What happened? So at that point of time, Nimai become kind of little fearful. Hey, what happened? What happened? They will try to wake up, his mother, and nobody will be able to. And then one lady will say, can you go and get coconut? It's very tough. I mean, those days getting coconut is kind of tough, maybe. So, I don't know. But as per the Leela, go get one coconut water, go get coconut. So Nimai will just run here and there, and then at that point of time, Sachimata will open her eyes and see, oh, okay, he's gone. Okay. I'm also acting. So she will just act. But what happens? Nima will come back with coconut. He will just carry his small hands. He will just somehow he'll get the coconut, and then he will just, and then he will try to pacify her, and then they'll be. So this is again a small nice pastime in which he is trying to pacify Yashodama. Generally, in Krishna Lila, Yashodama will be very angry, and then somehow that happens. Here, Sachimata will become angry, and then Nimai will try to pacify Sachimata. Okay. And then Leela, Murari Gupta, with Murari Gupta, he did lot of Leelas. Okay. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu talks specifically about sometimes when Murari Gupta is having his food, Nimai will just go put his plate on top and then run away. So all those things he will do. So Murari Gupta will be like, having his food like this. Suddenly he will see whether Nimai is there or not. Then slowly from the back, Nimai along with his friends will come, and then he will just topple the food. Sometimes he'll spit on that. So many things he will do. These are all specifically mentioned in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Nimai ki jai. Okay. So this is next Leela. So this is a very philosophical understanding Leela. Okay, there are similar to Krishna's Brahmanda Leela, right? Krishna's Brahmanda Gada, Brahmanda Leela, where he showed the entire Brahmanda by eating mud. This is again in two aspects. One is sitting near the pot. Okay, this is together actually. One is eating the dirt and sitting near the pots. Okay? So unlike our stainless steel cooker and other things, those days they had mud pots used only one time. Okay, so what do they do is whenever they cook, after cooking everything is served, they throw away the pots, so it is not used again. So at some one location they will just throw away all the used pots. So all the used pots are there. So one day what Nimai will do, he will just go and sit near the used pots. He will start playing with it. So somebody will come and complain. Usually the children, when the other boys are doing something mischievous, first thing is they'll go and complain to the parents. Right? He'll just come and then say, Sachimata, go and see what Nimai is doing. What is he doing? He's sitting near garbage. He's sitting near all the used pots. And then Sachimata will become worried. Why does he go and sit? So he will, she'll come and there and say he will be sitting there. So two ways of seeing this. One is eating dirt. Okay, that is also one portion of it. The other portion is also sitting near that. So what will happen? She will ask him, why are you sitting here? So philosophically, this is the understanding. He will talk about absolute knowledge. Okay, the Lord will say, Mother, this is pure, that is impure, is a worldly sentiment with no basis in fact. Okay? You have cooked food for Vishnu in these pots, right? How can these pots now become untouchable? Okay, so what does it mean? Everything comes from the soil or from Prakriti. So it is made for Vishnu. It is used for Vishnu. Still, it is pure only, even though it is kind of. So where are you talking about purity and impurity? So what Sachimata will try to convey, see, it is already used part, it is already gone, it is become juta or whatever be it, it is already thrown away. It is not pure, it is impure. But what Nimai will say, no. See, again, this is, if you see, it is for use for Vishnu's purpose only. It is come from, but only it is all from same Prakriti. Okay? So everything in relationship with Krishna, with Vishnu, or with the Paramatma, everything is so like that. He'll give very philosophical. Okay, so by just by seeing this, what will conclude? Yes, yes, correct only. No, yes, everything belongs to Krishna, everything belongs to Vishnu. So whatever we eat, everything is pure. But who is Sachi Mata? Sachi Mata's father is Nilambar Chakravarti. She is also a big pandit. Okay, she is also a big Sanskrit scholar. Then she will give her counter argument. Everything is Krishna only. Everything belongs to Vishnu only. Everything comes from Vishnu only. But how do we take that in that particular form, in that particular way of utilizing it? Differentiates between purity and impurity. Clear? So you get the what is it, clay. Clay is kind of little impure only, but the same clay when it is converted into a pot, it becomes pure, becomes ready for utilization. It is utilized. It is utilized for Krishna seva. But moment that particular utilization is over, then it goes back and it is getting destroyed, it becomes impure. So the same philosophical understanding about the same energy or particular thing, whenever it is used in a particular way, it is good. But when the purpose is over, it becomes not used. That's all. So she will give a counter argument to Niman. Okay, so this is again a kind of philosophical discussion. There is no hasya portion of it, but Acharya has mentioned it very nicely, very deeply with this understanding. So many times, what will happen is during the evening time when Jagannath Mishra and Chachimata come and then they sit in their portico, when they just have Nima in their hand, suddenly they will hear this small sound, okay, the ankle will chill, 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 chill. And then suddenly they will see some kind of going on, like some footsteps here and there. And then they'll be kind of astonished, what is happening, why? And then they will smell or they will be able to see somebody is moving here and there. They'll not be able to see from their eyes, but they'll be able to feel the presence of somebody sitting here and there. Okay? So what does who are they? Various devatas, various demigods regularly come and have darshan of Nimai. This is again one portion mentioned in Chaitanya Bhagavatam, where both of them are kind of happy at one position, but although at the same time they'll be kind of little worried also. Something is happening around Nimai. Something is happening around Nimai. We don't understand. Okay? And many times what will happen is Jagannath Mishra, because Nimai was doing lot of this kind of what do you say, these kind of mischievous activities, so he will scold. So Jagannath Mishra will scold, hey, you are not supposed to do this, you are not supposed to do this. So Nimai also will try to, okay. But at the night time, what will happen? All these devatas will come in the dream of Jagannath Mishra. Hey, what are you doing? Whom are you scolding? Stop it, okay? Whom are you scolding, you know? Then Jagannath Mishra in his sleep, he'll think, what? This is my son. No, 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 stop all this. You're not supposed to scold Nimai. So like that, all the devatas will come and scold Jagannath Mishra and then go back. So next day morning, Jagannath Mishra wakes up, he'll realize, should I scold my son or should I not scold my son? I don't know. So like that, he will be thinking. So he will convey his dream to Sachimata. Yeah, yesterday I was dreaming one particular big 400% came. He started scolding me like anything because I scolded Nimai the previous day. So like that he will convey. So when they were trying to have this nice conversation, suddenly this chal 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 sound. Just imagine what will happen to parents. But again, what we see is again in one sense a nice pastime. In the purport, it is mentioned that all these devatas regularly come and have darshan of Nimai. Okay, I think this will be the last one. So this is again good pastime. We all know puppy pastime, right? So again, I will just repeat it. So one day, what will happen? Nimai and all his friends will be going playing around here and there, and then Nimai will get this nice looking puppy, nice looking small dog. So he will become so attracted. He'll just take the puppy and he'll just start running. So one of the boys will say, no, 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 it is my puppy. I will only take it. Nimai will say, no, it is my puppy. So both of them will fight, and then somehow or other Nimai will just grab the puppy. He will just run into his house. So he will just run into the house, and then Satyamata will say, hey, what is this? What is this? No, no, I want to have this puppy. It looks so beautiful, so nice. I want to have it as my pet. And Satyamata will say, no, no, no. In our family, we cannot have this kind of pets. It's not possible. No, no, I will somehow have it. So they both will have argument. And what will happen? That particular boy who wanted the doll, the pet, he was standing, he'll be standing outside. He'll be watching. Somehow or other, I should get that particular puppy. So what Sachimata will do? It's okay. You take bath. You just leave the puppy here. You just put one thread or rope around the neck, and then you go to sleep. And then this Nimai will say, "Okay, I'll go to sleep, but evening I should have my puppy." Like that, she'll say. Satyamata will say, "No, no, no, no issues. You just have it. It's okay. Let it. I will take care." So what will happen? So Nimai will go to sleep. But what will happen? Immediately after he goes to sleep, then she will search, that particular boy will be there. "Ah, come, 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 come." So she will call him, she will untie the particular rope, and then she will give that particular puppy to that particular friend. So that friend will become very happy. He will just take it and starts running towards his place. So evening time, what will happen? Nimai wakes up. Children usually what will happen? The last thing, whatever they did, they'll definitely remember. So immediately he will wake up, he will just rush to his place and see, where is my puppy? Where is my puppy? He will become very angry. Okay. So even before this pastime also, there are many times where Nimai will become angry. Similar to Krishna breaking the pot, Nimai also will go and break the pots. Okay. So the pot breaking is, both of them have done very nicely. Okay. So Nimai also will break the pot. So this time also he become very angry. Where is my dog? Where is my puppy? Then Sachimata will try to see, no, no, your friend took it. Okay, she will simply say, your friend took it. So what happens? So Nimai will just rush to find out where is that particular puppy. He'll keep on searching here and there, and then suddenly one particular boy will come and say, "Hey, Nimai, come, come. We found your puppy. Okay, we found her. Where it is? It is in the hatta. It is in the marketplace." So Nimai will just rush, and then all the other boys will rush. And what will be the puppy doing? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare So that puppy will raise both his hands and then just start chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. And then after some time, they say that particular puppy will leave its body and then it will go to Goloka. That is one portion. But main understanding, philosophical understanding, again, how do we see it? It's just having darshan of Nimai, just having that few moments of association with Nimai, just few moments of his sparsham, his touch, made this particular small puppy to chant the Guru holy name. Right? So this pastime also, our acharyas give a very lot detailed understanding, but for our relishment, we just have to take one particular portion. Lavamatra sadhusana. Even we get some kind of little association when we hear about Krishna Katha, when we hear about Gaura Mahaprabhu's Katha, when we get to hear about Balya Leelas, we are able to get that purification, we are able to get that particular nourishment for our spiritual life. That itself is more than enough. Right? So we are setting the context fair here. So in the next 2-3 weeks, we'll have to, whenever we get to hear about Gaura Katha, whenever we hear about Nimai's pastimes, then all that we have to do is just pray at his feet. We're able to chant nicely. We're able to take up our devotional studies more nicely. Okay. Last is Vidyarambha. Okay. So after that particular all these specific pastimes completed, then Jagannath Mishra will decide, okay, now Aksharabhyasam, Aksharabhyasam, right? So they will. So what he will do is he will get a particular group of students together under Gangadas Pandit. It's called Gangadas Pandit. They call it as grammar school. So right in front of their family house itself, there was a small school. They will start having this. So after this, Nimai will become very serious personality. Okay, so after that it goes into various other nice pastimes. Okay, so this then it moves into something called as Pauganda Leela. Okay, so whatever we have seen is more of Balya Leela. So in Pauganda Leela, major understanding you should get is how Sachimata gives up her on Ekadasi day stop eating grains, then Vishwarupa's sannyasa, and then how Jagannath Mishra goes away from this material world, and then his marriage with Lakshmi Devi, and then the next pastimes will start. Okay? So before we end, just one nice specific understanding that I wanted to share. Very nice sloka also. Katanchana smrite yasmin dushkaram sukam bhave vishamrate vipritam yak Sri Chaitanyam namami. Okay. So what is the understanding of this particular sloka? Very nice. What is it? Things that are very difficult to do becomes easy to execute. How? Whenever we remember Mahaprabhu. It's mentioned, very nice, mentioned in the sloka. The Purport Prabhupada gives a very nice understanding in which, if at all you find certain things very difficult to do, if at all you the regular sadhana, in your regular practice of your sadhana bhakti, in your regular doing your seva, whenever you try to find that it is very difficult, all that you have to do is just pray at the lotus feet of Mahaprabhu. Okay, if he is able to bring out, if you're able to bring out that particular understanding that Mahaprabhu, please save me, please help me to do this particular seva, please help me to do this chanting very nicely. That is why whenever we morning, whenever we start chanting, whenever we say our Hare Krishna mantra, before that we are bringing Panchatattva mantra. Why? Because only through Panchatattva, only through the Panchatattva, only through the Acharyas, only through them we will be able to get that particular seva of Nama, of chanting the Holy Name nicely. Then the opposite is also very important. If one does not remember him, even the easiest thing becomes very tough. What is the easiest thing? Waking up 4 o'clock morning. That is the easiest thing. But that will become very, very tough. Because we forget Krishna. Because we tend to see that, okay, chanting can be done little later. This can be done little later. So, Vishramte Viparitam Shyat. Viparitam means kind of little danger. Right? So, both ways you can see. So, in one sense, whatever you feel very difficult, all you have to do is pray at the lotus feet of Mahaprabhu. Immediately it becomes easy. Right? So, many of you might have your own realizations in which you might know that I was thinking this thing very tough. But just by praying at the lotus feet, praying at the understanding with the acharyas, getting guidance from Vaishnavas, it becomes very easy. Right? And certain things we might thought this is very easy, but that easiness should have become very tough. Right? So this is what is very important we can understand. Okay, so I just stop here. We'll just have a little bit of kirtan also. Quickly run through some of the pastimes. We'll have a small quiz. Who's the maternal grandfather of Nimai? Okay. Who's the father of Jagannath Mishra? Those who came early. Okay. So we'll just quickly. So those who came little late, we'll just quickly run through this understanding. So where did we start? Gaura Katha. We started Gaura Katha with understanding of Chaitanya Charitamrita. So Chaitanya Charitamrita is one book that we have, but apart from Chaitanya Charitamrita, we have other wonderful books: Chaitanya Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Mangal, Krishna Chaitanya Charitamrita. So major pastimes are from Chaitanya Bhagavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita. So whatever Leela that we saw now is all mostly from Chaitanya Bhagavatam. Okay. So Vrindavan Das Thakur. Similarly, if you see from Krishna book and Krishna Leela, there is a very nice personality called Vrindavan Das Thakur and Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Okay. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is a wonderful, great personality. Whatever nice Krishna Leela, small Hasya Leelas of Krishna Leela is from Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Okay, if you read through Bhagavatam, if you read through Krishna book, certain portions are there. But apart from that, if you want to know about wonderful pastimes where Krishna will act as a gopi, Krishna will do all kind of small pastimes, it is all from Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Same way, you have Vrindavan Das Thakur, he has given Chaitanya Bhagavatam, and then we have Chaitanya Charitamrita. Okay, so this is what we saw in the initial understanding. From who? Two personalities. One is Murari Gupta's diary and another person, Raghunath Das Goswami. Okay, so Raghunath Das Goswami and Murari Gupta, both of them input only made this Chaitanya Charitamritam come out. Okay. So this we know, we saw. So we prayed for mercy of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. This book also, whenever if you get, now online book is available. Okay, Bhakti Ratnakara is a very nice collection of all the specific pastimes, Bhakti Ratnakara by Narahari Das Thakur. So this is the birthplace of Nimai, we saw. was born in 1486 under a lunar eclipse. Namo Mahavadinyaya. So their family had a very nice devotee, Adokshita Vishnu deity. Okay, if you go there, you can take the darshan of that particular Vishnu deities. And then Upendra Mishra we have seen. Sachimata, they gave birth to 8 children. After that, we have Vishwarupa and Vishwamara. Okay. So first Leela is about understanding about his lotus feet. How do we understand about his different about his 32 specific birthmarks? Then in that we first saw this preaching Leela. Okay, first preaching Leela. Then this visit of snake, number 2 or number 3. Then we saw the deliverance of Brahmana. Then we saw deliverance of the thieves. Then we saw this deliverance of Hiranya and Jagadisha. And then we saw how Nimai played with all his friends, and then how the deliverance of the ladies, the girls also. And then small pastimes, fighting with boys, smalling, and then getting coconuts, and then Leela with Murari Gupta also we saw. And eating dirt, and then this sitting on the used pots, the understanding the absolute knowledge, and then this last 2 pastimes, Uncle Bill story, and then the puppy story. Okay. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki Gauranga. You say Nityananda. Okay, Gauranga. 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 So when Mahaprabhu goes in the South Indian Yatra, he plays this particular thing, right? So this particular kirtan, small kirtan, very nice one. So I just play for 5 minutes or 2-3 minutes, then we can. Okay. Krishna 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 Pahi Nam. Krishna 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 Keshava Krishna Keshava Krishna Keshava Raksha. Prabhu ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Ananda Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. So one small request, please come for tomorrow also, and the next 2 classes, so that we will be able to continue listening to wonderful Mahaprabhu's pastimes. Tomorrow morning also, we'll continue with the Gaura Katha by other great personalities, and then next week also 2 sessions. We will have 3-4 sessions continuously listening about Mahaprabhu. Okay, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Hare Krishna. So any questions, any realizations, please. Otherwise, we can stop. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.